are outside at the back of the beautiful Aspen Drive Library. Have you ever been back here? It's gorgeous. I mean, the whole library is gorgeous. We're here to talk with Bronwyn Still, who's the communications coordinator for the whole Cook Memorial Library District. We're here to talk about a lot of things, but one of the things, Bronwyn, we always say is, this isn't the library of 100 years ago, because it's a centennial, or 50 years ago, or even 10 years ago.
Even 10.
This is a different kind of place. Can you kind of describe to everybody just how vibrant this place is? Because you're busy all the time.
Oh, we are busy all the time, especially after school when all the kids come over after school to study and see their friends. But we have 2 full-service libraries and a bookmobile, so we service multiple towns in our area. And we just have a vibrant community that's really supportive of the library, and we're supportive of them.
Well, you guys, you are one of the oldest and one of the most active libraries, I think, because the amount of cards you have out there and the amount of people who use either online or coming into one of the facilities, coming to the bookmobile, I mean, the usage is high around here. We get good use out of our library.
Absolutely.
Well, and let's talk about something coming up. We're talking about the history of this library district, because as we said, it's one of the oldest, and it's your centennial, but you actually even started ahead of that up in Libertyville when people would go to the pharmacy to borrow books.
Absolutely. Back in 1909, 1910, there was a subscription library service in a pharmacy in Libertyville, and it was run by the Alpha Club of Libertyville, which eventually became the Women's Club.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
And then what this anniversary we're talking about from 1921, tell us what happened then and what change happened then.
Yeah, after the death of Ansel B. and Emily Barrows Cook in about 1920, their will bequeathed the land and their home to be used as a library. So then it became the Ansel B. and Emily Barrows Cook Memorial Library.
So that was even longer than what we've got now. So
Still a mouthful, yeah.
Well, and so that's the beautiful Cook house with the gardens
Yeah,
around it. That's
yeah.
what we're talking about.
Absolutely,
then.
yeah.
And then at some point the library moved into a facility that was more
Yeah.
library-centric.
Absolutely. It outgrew its britches. By 1958, we had a bookmobile to service more people at the outskirts of our township. And then in 1968 is when the library moved into the Cook Park building.
Okay, and then people who lived in Vernon Hills, we remember when we started growing down on this end of the district, and we got that library in the lower level of the village hall.
Yeah.
That was one of the most hopping places anywhere in town.
Oh, yeah.
But it was beloved, and then that's how we then turned to here. And you've even had an addition, which we can see behind us right now since then. So time just keeps rolling on with all that the library does.
We got to adapt and change with our communities, yeah.
Well, and talking about that, we'll talk about how you adapt and change in a minute. Let's go to the fact that it is actually the centennial of the library district, and you've got a party coming up.
Oh, yes, we do. We have 2 open houses coming up. One will be at Cook Park Library on the 17th, so this coming Sunday. And at Aspen Drive Library, it will be on the 24th of October.
Okay.
Each event is from 2 to 4, and it's just an open house. Come in, view our spaces. We're going to have some activities for people to do.
It's kind of a historic thing to be able to, because I know a lot of people remember like the day that Aspen Drive Library first opened up. It was one of those historic days for the village. So this is another historic day when it's like the 100-years of the district to be able to come over here and have these events. And I know you've got fun things and interesting things to do, photo opportunities and stuff like that.
Photo opportunities, trivia questions and answers. We're going to have a little Plinko game you can play for CMPLD branded prizes. And yeah, it's going to be
And I'm glad you took
blast.
some of those first names off, because that would be really a long library district name. And people don't have to register or anything. You just come between
Just
2
drop
and 4 and enjoy. And come in any time. I mean, really, the library is open, very expansive hours. Let's talk about that a little bit. As we said, it isn't the library we might have remembered when I was young, and I'm old, growing up. But even young people, if you haven't been to the library for a while, it's really interesting. It's a central resource for so much. And you don't even have to come in to use it.
No, you don't have to come in to use it. We have a vast array of books and magazines and movies and TV shows for you to stream and download to your phone or device. We have physical books. You can use computers. We have digitization stations. Yeah, it's not your library of even 10 years ago.
And you've got like suites where you can go in and record music.
Oh,
and
absolutely.
professional quality recording. So you don't have to invest in it. You can do your podcast or your music or whatever you want here.
Yeah.
And the cost is zero.
Zero.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
All you need to do is prove that you live in this library district, and in you come.
Absolutely.
Interesting. So, and if you have questions about how to do that, you've got people at the front desk that will help you. You can go online and send an email. You can go to the website and you can learn.
We have a chat feature on the website. Reach out to us on social media. Give us a call. Stop in. We're happy to help.
Well, and the other thing is, and if you just like are an avid reader, you've got a lot of, what do you call that, bibliophiles, people who love to read, and they give some great recommendations for books, whether you're wanting to give somebody a book for a gift or read for yourself, and they'll cover the range. So if you're like, this is what I like, they'll have like 2-3 ideas for you to get.
Absolutely.
Especially with winter coming, we need some activities to keep our minds going all winter. So well, let's talk about something then that brings us from 1921 to 2021. The ultimate 2021 thing is you now have a drive-up window here at Aspen.
We now have a drive-up at Aspen Drive Library.
Yeah.
Oh, it's long awaited. We're so excited about it. It is now open. It's on the north side of the building next to the book drop. And we graciously got a donation from the Friends of our library and a private donor. They funded all but about $10,000 of the $35,000-ish project. Yeah. Well,
and and the idea is, even though the book drop is there, so you could always take your books back, getting them, especially if you had them reserved, you still had to kind of run in and grab them. And I know some people, either with the weather or COVID or whatever, they weren't interested in doing that. Now you just literally drive up just like you would for anything, and there it is.
Drive up, pick up, drop off, go.
Easy, and there's somebody sitting there waiting for you. And in fact, I heard she has dog treats. So so you can almost do everything you need from your car in Vernon Hills now, because you can now go to the library. So thank you for taking so much, thank you for the time to talk to us today, and for all the things you're doing to get ready for your celebration.
Yeah, we hope to see you guys there.
Yeah, exactly. And if you want to learn more, go on the website. It'll kind of explain about that celebration and the history. And there's still some other things you can do to share your stories about the library, because we all love the library here in town. Thanks so much.
Thank you.